And finally, from Venezuela, journalists are facing a deadly crackdown under Nicolas Maduro's regime. With the threat of arrest looming, they've turned to groundbreaking solutions using artificial intelligence anchors to report the news. These virtual newscasters are revealing the harsh realities of Maduro's post-election repression while keeping the real reporters safely out of sight. It's a bold and risky move in a country where speaking the truth can cost one their freedom and perhaps even more. Our final report has more details.
In the shadows of Venezuela, journalism has become a dangerous endeavor where reporters are innovating to survive. Nicolas Maduro's regime is tightening its grip on power and has turned its attention to the press, arresting journalists and silencing dissent. But the truth, as they say, finds a way. In a country where being on camera can mean risking your life, Venezuelan journalists have turned to artificial intelligence to keep the news alive.
Guarimberos, terroristas, fascistas. Estos son algunos de los términos.
These digital stand-ins with names like La Chama and El Paña, which mean Bestie and Buddy in English, are now the faces of the news. They are not real, but their reports are all too genuine. Since then, these AI newsreaders began broadcasting. Bestie and Buddy have been telling the world about the increasing repression, the mass arrests, and killings of protesters, stories that Maduro's regime would prefer keeping in the dark. Carlos Eduardo Huertas, the director of Conectas, a journalism platform based in Colombia, describes this as a necessary evolution. Being on camera is no longer sensible, he says, and the AI avatars have become shields, protecting the identities of about 100 journalists involved in the project, named Operación Retuit or Operation Retweet. The danger, on the other hand, is real. 9 journalists are currently behind bars, with charges ranging from terrorism to inciting violence. The political chill in Venezuela is palpable. Even the social media accounts have gone silent, and basic communication tools like WhatsApp are no longer safe. But Operation Retweet's collective investigations continue to unveil the truth despite the regime's attempts to rewrite the narrative.
Ha violado todas las leyes de Venezuela, y en Venezuela hay ley.
Elon Musk has violated all Venezuelan laws, and in Venezuela there is a law and we are going to enforce it. That is why I have signed a bill with the proposal made by Conatel, the National Telecommunications Commission, which has decided to remove the social network X, formerly known as Twitter, for 10 days from circulation in Venezuela so that they can present their documents. X out of Venezuela for 10 days.
Hola, pana.
Proving that no one can silence journalists, in one broadcast, Bestie challenged the government's claim that the opposition was responsible for post-election violence, pointing instead to state security forces. However, despite the growing repression, these journalists are determined to tell the stories that matter. With AI as their armor, they continue to show the world the reality that Maduro's regime desperately tries to hide.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired.
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill. We know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree. a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.